From yoga to meditations and journaling to even something as simple as drinking more water, creating new routines and trying to keep up with these new routines can be an absolute struggle. So here are some tips and apps that I've been using recently to help me keep up with my new routines in order to boost my overall productivity and self-improvement. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing with you guys some of the tips that I have been living by in order to, keep up with my new habits, my new routines, and some apps that I'm using every day for my general self-improvement. But before we get into these tips, in case you want to skip right to the apps, I've created a timestamp in the description box below. Now, the first tip is filling your space with constant reminders, either from your phone or sticky notes or even objects that remind you of this habit or this routine that you've decided to start. For instance, I made the decision to increase my intake of water, right? So the best way that I've been able to achieve this is having a water bottle around me all the time. Now, I've noticed an increase in my water intake compared to when I had to wait until I'm thirsty to go to the fridge or go to the kitchen to get water. So basically, having reminders around you definitely helps you to keep up with new habits and new routines. Now, the second tip is focusing on one habit at a time. Of course, there are so many things that you would like to switch up in your life, things that you would like to change, but trying to juggle everything at the same time will only tire you out. It's best to stick to one habit at a time, and as you get more comfortable, as it becomes second nature to you, then you can try out another habit. Now, the third tip is giving yourself a time frame. Now, if you decide to start a habit or commit to a habit, try giving yourself a time frame. Let's say, okay, I'm going to do this for the next 2 weeks consistently. I'm going to do this for 30 days consistently. Giving yourself a time frame tends to make you commit more or stay consistent compared to when you don't give yourself a time frame. After a period of time, when you think about it, it starts to look like a chore, kind of. It starts to look difficult. But giving yourself a time frame, okay, I'm going to do this 10 minutes exercise every day for the next 2 weeks. Now, every day you wake up to it and you decide to do it or you feel tired, in your mind you're thinking, okay, it's just for 2 weeks, right? The upside of this time frame method is that at the end of this period of time, whether the 2 weeks or the 30 days, there is a higher tendency that you will decide to continue with this habit or you decide to continue with this routine. So committing to a period of time or committing to a time frame will definitely help you to stay more consistent with a habit. The next tip is to create a schedule. Creating a schedule around your new routine or your new habits will definitely make you to stay more committed to it rather than leaving it to whenever you remember. For example, you decide to exercise every day. It's best to decide if you're going to be doing this every morning or every evening and actually create a schedule around this. Having a schedule or having a plan definitely helps you to keep things intact and try to stay committed to your habits. Now, the next tip is finding somebody who is also on this journey with you. Finding a friend or somebody who is actually, trying to start the same habits with you or start the same routine with you is a really helpful way to stay committed to it. You guys will stay accountable to each other, you motivate each other to continue with this. When one person is trying to drop off, or getting tired, the other person motivates you or inspires you to continue with it. Even if you can't find someone around that you can do this with, finding somebody, even if it's online, or somebody that you look up to or somebody that inspires you who is also on this particular journey or who has been through this particular journey will help you to stay committed. So the final tip is get comfortable with imperfections. It is completely fine to be inconsistent for a period of time or to drop off at some point or get tired, but at the end of the day, what matters is that you pick yourself back up and continue from where you stopped. Appreciate the little changes that you see or that you experience, because these small changes will all come together to make a huge impact. So rather than focusing on the big picture all the time or focusing on the results, maybe try to enjoy the process itself. Every day that you have to practice this new routine or try out this new habit, try to enjoy it every single day, and don't be too focused on what the results will be like or what the bigger picture is. Enjoy the process every single day. So now that we are done with these tips, let's get into these everyday apps. Now the first app is Avocation. Now Avocation is basically an app that just helps you to keep up with your habits. That is the basic function. So basically you just put in the habits that you want to start or stay committed to, and then you set a reminder. That's it. It has like a really cute feature, like a plant that grows every time you complete a habit. Like if you complete a habit, the plant is watered and then it grows. I think it's a really cute feature if you're into stuff like that. So yeah, Avocation is a really nice app that helps you stay committed or like helps you keep up with your habit. Now the next app is Time Jots. Now Time Jots I see it as a diary for your activities, basically, right? If there are recurring activities or recurring things that you need to do, and probably things that you tend to forget when you did them the last time, this app helps you to, like, every time you carry out this task, you impute it there, the time and the date. That way you can always go back to check when was the last time I did this, right? So it's basically a diary for your activities. That's how I see it. Say you want to remind yourself when was the last time you walked your dog, and when was the last time you changed your sheets, when was the last time you did a deep cleaning at home, right? Things like that. You can also categorize things, maybe like personal care to home care, even health. Probably when you want to remember the last time you took a particular medication and you can't remember, you're trying to know if it's the right time to do it again or like to take it again. This is a nice app that helps you out with things like that. So basically it's a diary for your activities where you can keep track of your activities and be able to go back and remind yourself when was the last time you actually carried them out. Now the next app is Presently. Presently is basically a gratitude journal, right? You get a reminder every day asking you what are you grateful for today, and you get to like write down everything that you're grateful for. The part or like the aspects that I really like about this app is not really the fact that you get to write down these things. Of course they're really nice, but for me it's like on the days when you don't feel like 100%, you can always go back, right? If you start reading through all of your entries, like the past days or the past weeks or the past months, you start to realize that you have a lot of things to be grateful for, and you've had a lot of things to be grateful for in the past, right? So you don't really get to beat yourself up so much by just looking at the things that you've entered in the past and see that it's not really so bad at the end of the day. So yeah, it's a gratitude journal that it's really nice, where you get to like write down the things that you're grateful for, the things that happened to you on that day that you're really grateful for. And you can always go back and then look at the ones you've written in the past, and it kind of lifts your spirits. So the next app is 21 Days. Now 21 Days, I think I've used this one the longest compared to every other app on this list. Yeah, I think I've used it the longest. 21 Days is a challenge app. Basically, it's an app that gives you like a bunch of different challenges that is aimed at your self-improvement and productivity and all of that. So every day you get to pick the challenge that you want to start, and this challenge runs through for 21 days, hence the name. There are so many challenges, from affirmations to home workouts to morning routines, night routines, productivity tips, all of that. So even date ideas, yeah. So it gives you like a bunch of different challenges that you can try out, and you can also create your own challenge or join a community challenge. So the next app is Calm. Now Calm is a really nice app for meditations and sleep stories and sleep sounds, all of that. Like if you're looking to start out with meditation, it's a really nice app that helps you out. Although it's heavy on the paid side, like most of the free features are not really much, or like the free sessions that you get are not really much. so it's heavy on the paid side. You actually have to pay for it to, you know, get the most of all of the sections or like the features that the app has to offer. So that's it, guys. I hope you really found this video helpful. Do let me know in the comments below which of these apps are you already using, or which one do you intend to download. I'd love to hear from you. By the way, do give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.